I'm gonna bring that back. The sounds coming out of those instruments. This is a church, right? It's amazing. The acoustics, it's beautiful. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and I'm going to react to another song from AURORA. The last one I did was Rasputin. That was a cover of a song I never knew until that performance, and I really liked that. It was fun. It was melodic. Her voice sounded great. So I was thinking, let me go back to one of her originals. And then now I'm seeing that she's got new material out. So I was thinking, well, maybe I'll kind of go with the new stuff. Well, you know what? There's some old stuff that I haven't yet hit. And one of those songs is It Happened Quiet. And I've been told many, many times, got to check it out at Nidarosdomen. I believe I pronounced that correctly. It's that wonderful church. I reacted to, I think, a couple of songs from that concert. I think it was a sort of Christmas concert, or it was in December 2017. I think I might have that right. So this performance, I believe it's original, and I want to just check this off, and it goes deeper than that. I think I'm going to I've heard a little bit of it, as I've kind of gone to videos and stuff like that. It sounds deep. It sounds amazing. So now I'm ready to dive into the whole thing. So, It Happened Quiet by AURORA. I'm gonna bring that back. The sounds coming out of those instruments. This is a church, right? It's amazing. The acoustics, it's beautiful. Wow. I mean, they're playing the instruments well, but they're just, oh, wow. Here we go.
Blue and hollow as it rains against their will, feathers falling out of a pillow, as if time is standing still. I can't remember much more, but I know it happened quiet, so quiet. Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red as I land like a flower on the meadow? Love is wide, and you fell apart like a stone can be broken into sand. 1,000 pieces spread across a dying land, and you can't remember that day, but you know
That was that was amazing. That was breathtaking, actually. Definitely took my breath away because I normally stop songs a couple times at least. Not this one. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, but what a performance.
I mean, there's no more superlatives really to throw around anymore. I mean, I've used them all. I mean, go back to the many reaction videos that we published to her songs. It's just crazy. I mean, she's writing these songs that are just so deep. I mean, I wrote some lyrics down. Um, I didn't catch everything. In fact, I didn't catch a lot. Um, it kind of sounded to me of someone who is struggling to kind of break from the shadows, right? To break free. Um, might be sort of in a tough spot, um, and needs to kind of get out of that situation. I'll return from the shadows, something that she sang. There's so much emotion in her voice. Um, her voice was beautiful. That orchestra was beautiful. That orchestra was amazing. From the very beginning, when I stopped the song and I pulled it back, and that was the only time that I pulled the song back. And that's because of her performance. But the power of that music, the violins, all the instruments, just the sound was just tremendous, and her voice, right, matching that music that's coming out. I mean, it's so dramatic. Uh, there was, I loved when she all of a sudden like everything like went quiet, right, as she's singing so quiet. And then what? And then she just what? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying my best to kind of because it's in my head right now. Um, and she just goes high. Again, powerful voice. And that was 2017. So yeah, we're talking about 4 years ago. So I want to get into the lyrics to find out what she is talking about. And I'm in genius.com, the lyric website. There's a contributor right here. I'm seeing that someone is writing about this song. I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to get into the lyrics first. I want to try to figure it out myself. Verse 1, eyes blue and hollow, as it rains against their will, feathers fallen out of a pillow, as if time standing still. Pre-chorus 1, I can't remember much more, but I know it happened quiet, so quiet. And then the chorus, words falling out through the window, all that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red? As I land like a flower on the meadow, love is wild. So, verse 2, you fell apart like a stone, can be broken into sand, 1,000 pieces spread across a crying land. And in the pre chorus 2, and you can't remember that day, but you know it happened quiet, so quiet. And in the chorus again, words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red? As I land like a flower on the meadow, love is wild. Then the bridge, are your dreams as dead as they seem? Are your dreams as dead as they seem? So that goes to what I was saying before, that it might be someone who might be giving up, on life and needs to get away from a bad situation. But everything up to that point, that has that had me thinking that maybe I was completely wrong. And then the chorus here, don't you speak over my voice. I will return from the shadows and I'll bleed in your bed. Turn it red like the ground outside your window. Love is wild. So Aurora has written before about people in love, people in a relationship, um, and there's been sacrifice, uh, there's been death, and some pretty heavy stuff. And I wonder if this is another one of those. Love is wild, and repeats that. So yeah, I gave it my best shot. I wonder how close I am with some of the things I threw out there. So I'm going to read what this contributor wrote, and it says that the song describes how Aurora felt within a sad and very complicated relationship. Okay. It talked about the happy moments they shared and how whenever they were behind closed doors, the relationship developed into something far more drastic and terrifying. Aurora expresses how her partner always pictured the world as such a dark place that all they wanted to do is protect her from the outside world. What this person did always resulted in violence for the love they had for Aurora. That's interesting, right? The violence, the red. But every time things like that happened, she was hurting. Over time, she talks about how if she carried on being in a relationship any longer, then she would hurt and bleed until there was nothing left of her, but a constant reminder of what that person lost. Okay, so maybe not physically bleeding, but just, giving everything that she can and until there's nothing left of her, right? So maybe metaphorically speaking, the song seems to have connection with the song Murder Song. Okay. Yeah, and they share similar stories where that person in that song kills her lover. The song It Happened Quiet has more hints about what happened, but still has the same story. Okay. Um, Aurora fans out there, drop in comments. Let me know if this contributor on genius.com is spot on the money, or you think that it has something to do with something else. So let me know that. In the meantime, I don't think I'm going to ever come across an Aurora song that I'm not going to like. There's been a couple out of the 17 or so that um, I may not have been feeling as much as the others, but those other 15, I mean, that's a pretty good percentage, don't you think? She's some talent, right? Just a beautiful artist, uh, and not afraid to go into the deep and the dark, and to explore that. And yet make it something beautiful. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.